YouTube, this is Swamp Monster here, and today is a new type of video. Well, technically it's the same type of video, just titled differently. It is the Game Cache, which is basically my pickups video. But I thought I'd do a little fancy titling. This month of November, obviously, I picked up a lot of games on Black Friday, but I'm going to hold those off for next month's video because a lot of it didn't come in until like this December. But let me show you a lot of games that I got for the Switch, a crap ton, and then the other PS4. No retro games this time. Hopefully next month maybe. But there's gonna be a lot of stuff in this for Switch. So as you can see, a lot of Nintendo Switch games. I'm gonna first start off with the three that I've already done a video about that fully kind of just showed off gameplay footage of and talked a little bit about. The L.A.Noire game is freaking awesome on the Switch. I haven't fully played through it all the way. I'm still playing through a few cases still. It's pretty fun. You know, it's not as good as Grand Theft Auto. I wish they ported Grand Theft Auto 5 over L.A.Noire, but you know, you get what you take. Just showing that, you know, L.A.Noire totally gives support for a sequel. And I'm sure Rockstar is like, hey, yeah, I want y'all to bring some more Rockstar games to the Switch. I mean, I wouldn't even mind if they port like the original Grand Theft Auto trilogy on there. That'd be fantastic, but I really want 5 though. Next one, Doom. Doom is freaking awesome, obviously. It doesn't run that fantastic on the Switch, but it's playable. If you want a more smoother experience, I recommend getting it on the consoles or the PC. But obviously, if you want it on the go, the only place you can get it for the Switch. And the next one is Skyrim for the Switch. And you know, it's Skyrim on the go. Like I said, I have a video link in the description, pretty much going more detail than what I can say right now. Also, I will say this, I recently got Skyrim VR, and this looks better than Skyrim VR. I'm not gonna lie, it just seems like it. I mean, the graphics look weaker on there. I mean, I know it's VR because they probably made it in there because PS4 can't handle the graphical capabilities for VR, but it's kind of weird that a portable system has more better graphics than the PlayStation 4 Pro on a VR game. It's just kind of weird. The next one is Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Now, I have not gotten too far into it because I've played the other games a crap ton. So some of these games that I'm about to show you that I kind of got sideswapped or put on the rug because of those 3 games. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 is basically you create your own Dragon Ball character, you go fight in like the timelines from the episodes of Dragon Ball Z. Fantastic. Currently got my trainer Piccolo. Some reason they have some, they don't have really good trainers besides Piccolo, I can see. But yeah, it's pretty fun. It's you know, if you ever want to create your Dragon Ball character, it's freaking awesome. So far I'm only at the part where I haven't learned to get my license to fly. I think it's kind of stupid that you gotta get your license to fly through the mini world. I'll see how long it takes to get that. Hopefully it doesn't take too long because flying on that little cloud thing sucks. Okay, so the next one is, and this is a fantastic open world game if you're looking for a good open world game for your Nintendo Switch. Lego Marvel Superhero 2 is freaking fantastic. It's, you know, it's a love story between Legos and the Marvel, you know, continuity stuff. It's very fun. It's got multiple Spider-Mans. It's got stuff from the Avengers movies, you know, everything from that to the comics, obviously, so what not to love. The only downside is, and my biggest complaint about this game, is there's no X-Men or Fantastic Four. Now, I do know Marvel owns the rights for the games, so it's gotta be them not allowing them to get the rights for those characters for the games for some reason. I've heard stories about that Marvel's being restrictive on those characters for other media sources instead of the movies because they don't own the rights for the movies right now. And I think it's hurting the brand, and they're trying to hurt it in a kind of a stupid way. I'm not trying to do a little rant here, but I feel like it's stupid that they won't allow them to allow the, Wolverine. That's one of my favorite Lego X-Men characters to play when I played Lego Marvel Superheroes 1. And, you gotta have Magneto, you gotta have, Johnny Storm, the Thing. I mean, it's just stupid. You should allow them to get the rights to use those characters in this, because you're allowing them to use basically everybody else. And you even have freaking Gwenpool, so why don't you just let them have the real Deadpool? It's like, that doesn't even make any sense at all. But anyways, let's go to a fantastic Switch game that I'm going to say is probably... I'm not going to say it's going to be my #1 Switch game, Switch exclusive game, because I still feel like Breath of the Wild still hits that high. But this comes a second close because, it feels like the Nintendo Switch is the equivalent of the 64. Which what I'm saying is like, you got the Zelda Ocarina of Time, and then you have Mario 64. So now you have Breath of the Wild, and you have Super Mario Odyssey. It is so freaking fun. I've actually completed this game, and it's very rare for me to complete a game. And, it's amazing at the end. I'm not going to spoil anything for anybody, but let's just say it has a freaking cool ending, and then once you beat that game, there's a more, you can still continue. And you unlock a lot of costumes in that game. There's just a lot of costumes. You can also unlock some costumes early if you own some amiibos. So I unlocked Luigi and Wario, which they were fantastic to unlock early, just to have Mario just run around looking like Luigi. And then there's some other costumes. There's just a crap ton of costumes. And it's fun. And it's also pretty cool that you can just, go 2D old school Mario. That is freaking fantastic. When I played this game, I wasn't expecting it to be this good, but it was. This is probably, I am going to say that this is my favorite Mario game, of all time. So, yeah. Super Mario Odyssey, I totally recommend you checking it out. Okay, so basically, now I'm on to my PS4 games. This is basically all I've gotten. It's kind of a short list of what I usually do, but it's basically all short form from Switch to PS4. So it's mostly modern generation games. First one's up, they'll release these first two. These are ones I got on Black Friday that I just went to the store, picked up. I just picked them up on the side. First one's up, Just Cause 3. If you've never played Just Cause in any of the series from Just Cause 2, if you played a game like Mercenaries, it's just basically like that, where you can just destroy stuff and you make money off destroying it. I think you can make money off of it. It's been a while. I've played just a little bit of it, but it also allows you to just do some crazy sick stunts with a grappling hook. You can grapple 2 things together, or 3 things, multiple things being grappled, and tether them up. And it's like a pivoting system, I think, where you can grapple that. You can grapple a car to a pole, then grapple a maybe an explosive can to it, so they'll swing both of them together and wrap them around. It's freaking crazy. And then on top of that, it has the wingsuit, which is very fun to glide through. It's a very fun game. I'm going to totally check this out when I can. I'm probably never going to 100% it, just like I always wanted to do too. So, yeah, very big game. Next one is, and it's in the Final Fantasy series. I picked it up for $20. I mostly wanted to get this for the Assassin's Creed because even though I got a lot of Final Fantasy games, I've never gotten into them. Maybe it's just probably the time-consuming part. I mean, I like our open RPG stuff, but it's just actually Final Fantasy feels like it's really time-consuming. And I want to start square one with the original Final Fantasy games, but I think I'm just going to start maybe with this one, or maybe go back to one of the original 3D ones and just try to start from the 3D ones and just see if I eventually go to the older ones. I have played the first one on the NES Classic, which is very fantastic. But this so far, I've played this though. Getting back to this because I'm talking about the originals in the series. I actually want to talk about the game itself. Talking about Final Fantasy 15, it's pretty fun. It's not tactical. I think you can choose to make it tactical, but it's all like, you know, live action RPG type styles. I feel like the English acting's not that very well, but then again, I don't know if that's purposely like that, because, you know, older JRPGs, when they actually put voice acting in it, they really sounded awful back in the day. So maybe they did that purposely. I don't know, but you know, it's hokey. I like it when Shenmue did it. I mean, at least they were trying. But I don't know. It just depends on your taste. With me, I just didn't really care for it for this game. I don't mind it in Shenmue because it's an older game, I guess, and I like that type of. I think it's funny. But here it's like, eh. And the next one is, and I only played a little bit of it, I only played about an hour of it because I'm trying to play Assassin's Creed Syndicate and beat it before I play this. I'm actually probably, after doing a couple more videos tonight, I am going to probably play Syndicate and try to beat it this weekend. Assassin's Creed Origins, it's a fantastic game. So far when I played it for a few hours, or at least about an hour, I think I played 2 hours, yeah. It's about 2 hours I played. It seems like they've done a good job. They've completely made a new Assassin's Creed game. It's got Dark Souls combat mixed with Assassin's Creed parkouring. It's very fantastic. I do gotta say though, the Eagle is kind of cheating. It's basically the drone from Ghost Recon Wildlands. But it's a very fun game. So far what I played, I totally recommend checking it out. Maybe some more like gameplay videos. If you would like to see some gameplay footage, totally let me know. I mean, I'm currently trying to go from Assassin's Creed 1 all the way up to like obviously to this one. But if anybody wants me to play a lot of these, just let me know in the comments below, and we'll just see how that turns out. And the next one is, and it's the final one I got this month, and it's Mass Effect Andromeda. A game that I feel like got really a pretty big bad rap. I do agree with the graphics, or at least the facial animations, and then on top of that, about the father and the, you know, his daughter or son, depending on who you play as. I played as his son. The only reason I played as his son because I heard that he's more of a better actor than his sister. I'm only going by that. I do know, like in the original Mass Effect, I do agree that Fem Shep is way better at acting, like emoting actions, better than Mel Shep. But I've always played Mel Shep because I like the actor, because he seems like a pretty cool dude. But Mass Effect Andromeda, what I played was, the gameplay is fantastic. It's phenomenal. The exploration's awesome. You'll totally enjoy it for gameplay. For sure. Story-wise, I'm not for sure. I'm actually kind of invested in the story a little bit. I'm not invested about basically your character being the Pathfinder and stuff like that. I'm not really worried about that type of stuff. I'm actually wondering, like, what happened to these other ships. That's the mystery I want to see, like, unfold. Other than that, I don't really care about this new aliens that they meet. I actually want to see other new aliens, and on top of that, I want to know what happens to those ships, and I do want to see what other planets they're exploring. Like I said, like Assassin's Creed Origins, I've only played a few hours of this. This I've at least probably put about 4 hours in. Mostly staying on top of the ship talking to people. That's how I usually play Mass Effect, is just grind people for information. But when I did have gameplay, it was freaking awesome. It's like way better than any of the Mass Effect games. And then you got, like, it feels like you got like Iron Man suit basically, like when you fly, so you do like a little Iron Man glide. But yeah, Mass Effect, I totally recommend anybody wants to check this out. Totally watch some gameplay footage. Maybe even, you know, if you can find, you know, rent a copy, or ask somebody, could you borrow it, just to see how it is. I'm going to say is you're going to have a good time, and maybe even actually pick up a copy for yourself. But yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed my game cache. Basically, I'm going to have a lot of games to show off in the next game cache, because Black Friday, obviously, This is just going to be tons of it. And then on top of that, I also have another, like I said previously in this video, I have another video that's showcasing some of the Switch games, which is Skyrim, Doom, and L.A.Noire, in the descriptions down below. I also have a Patreon account down below, and I have a Twitter account if you want to follow me. And any of these games that I picked up on Game Cash, you can actually get in the listing below from Amazon, and there will be a link down there. So I want to thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe.